Welcome to Jam with Miki Meena,
where we get to know our local artists.
from their history to their latest chika. So keep listening and jam with us.
Hello and welcome back, Jammers! Ako pa din si Miki at kasama ko si...
Meena, hello guys!
Ayan. Welcome back to our show at ngayon meron na naman tayong ipapakilalang jammer.
Yes, alam ko may excite kayo dito sa sa jammer natin. Speaking of itong jammer natin, may mga naiisip ka ba na na mga Filipino na talagang naging big shot sa ibang bansa?
Alam mo, madami yan. Naalala ko, nabanggit natin to sa episode natin kay Kelly Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
Diba sumali siya ng Wicopa na international competition siya, diba? Tapos, yung mga, sabi ko, sinong mahigpit na kalaban mo sa tingin mo? Tapos sino mahigpit na kalaban mo na ibang bansa? Tapos sabi niya, actually, mga Pilipino rin. Kumbaga, Pilipino rin sila, pero nire-represent nila ibang bansa. Diba? Yung mga tumira na doon,
Yeah.
from US, ganyan. Yung contestant nila doon, Filipino rin pala. Diba? So, sa tingin ko, madami. Teka ha, mag-isip ako. Bruno Mars, di ba? May lahing Pinoy yan. O, sino pa? Ikaw, sino pa mga kilala mo?
Yung sa, Jessica Sanchez.
Diba? Ayan.
Yun.
Oo.
Diba? Kasi
marami actually. Sa American Idol, marami yan sumalit.
Kasi nga ang daming mga contest, singing contest na talagang hindi mawawala talaga ang mga Pinoy. So, malaki talaga yung sakop ng mga Pinoy pagdating sa mga ganyan. Hindi lang sa USA, kumbaga sa ibang bansa din. For sure, hindi lang natin talagang nalalaman, no?
Tsaka yan, magbigay pa tayo ng ilan. Si Arnel Pineda ng Journey, di ba?
Yes.
Si Apple the App, Black Eyed Peas. Tsaka yung mga bago ngayon, Olivia Rodrigo, Bella Poarch, di ba?
Oo, actually. Kumbaga, basta ang dami talaga eh. Hindi mo na matatanggal sa sistema ng music ang Pilipino. Kaya kahit saan bansa, meron yung Pilipino for sure.
Kaya yung mga karaoke natin yan pag mga Pasko. Ito, mga panahon na to, magpapasko na. Yung mga karaoke natin yan, meron yang natutulong para ma-enhance. Tapos yung confidence mo ma-build para talagang maging tawag dito, flexible ka. Tapos pag napunta ka ng ibang bansa, sabihin mo nang may dala ka na talagang kapal ng mukha, di ba? Lakas ng loob, kapal ng mukha lang yan. Ganun tayo mga Pilipino eh.
So true. Pero pag-usapan naman natin yung mga foreigner na dito nagstay naman din sa Philippines. Kahit music yung mga musician tsaka in general din. Parang marami na rin na pinipiling magstay dito sa Philippines.
Madami. Ito hindi ko sure kung kilala pa ng mga Gen Z, pero ito yung mga panahon na early 2090s. David Pomeranz. Kung naalala niyo si David Pomeranz, siya yung kumanta ng Got to Believe in Magic, ganyan. Gumawa pa siya ng album sa Pilipinas yung may Born for You. At alam ko sobrang nagustuhan niya yung Pilipinas. Hindi ko alam kung tama ako pero sobrang nagustuhan niya yung Pilipinas. Parang yung napangasawa niya Pilipina din.
Tsaka hindi lang sa music kasi madami din na sumisikat ngayon na mga foreigner na yung mga foreigner na sa mga YouTube, yung mga nag-TikTok, 'di ba? Yung lolokohin yung mga Pilipino, bibili sa market tapos mag-English. Tapos yung pala marunong Tagalog, minsan Bisaya pa.
Ang gagaling.
So marami din talagang foreigner na talagang may in love sa Pilipinas. So guys, baga mahalin natin yung sariling atin, yung sariling bansa natin. Kasi parang pansin ko ngayon na hindi lang naman sa panahon ngayon, pero siguro sa mga ibang generation din. Parang masyado natin pinapatronize yung ibang bansa. Diba? So parang sana makita natin yung Pilipinas, yung bansa, sariling bansa natin, the way foreigners sees us. Diba?
Totoo yan.
Maraming pwedeng mahalin sa Pilipinas eh. Huwag natin masyadong patronize yung mga ibang bansa. Hindi naman sa na huwag natin silang idolohin pero support natin yung mga local natin.
Ito, kagaya na lang nitong jammer natin ngayon. 'Di ba? Minahal niya ang Pilipinas kahit na hindi naman talaga siya originally taga dito. 'Di ba? So kung kaya ng isang foreigner na mahalin ang Pilipinas at ang OPM, siguro naman mas lalong kayang-kaya natin, 'di ba?
Yes.
So alam mo medyo kinakabahan ako dito sa guest natin eh.
Ako
Ikaw
rin
ba?
eh. Alam mo nung sinabi mo na magigis natin to, parang nag-doubt ako kung gusto ko pang ituloy eh. Kasi parang,
Alam mo, ako din iniisip ko pa lang din parang nano-nosebleed na ako.
oo, kaya ba
Pero
natin
hindi,
to?
i-wish natin na sana marunong siya mag-Tagalog para
Yes.
kahit paano naman, 'di ba?
Oo.
Mairaos natin 'tong interview na to. Well, kung hindi,
Good luck.
well, good luck. Alright, sige, magbabalik kami after the short break. Abangan nyo kung sinong jammer namin. See you!
Would you like to jam with us? DM us on Instagram at jamwithmm. Or check out our Facebook page, Jam with Miki and Meena.
Alright guys, we are so thrilled to introduce to you our guest jammer for this set, singer-songwriter, platinum music producer, Mr. Keith Martin. Welcome, sir!
What's up?
Hi.
What's up, everybody? What's happening? How's everybody
Hello,
doing
sir.
out there?
Yeah, welcome to Jam with Miki and Meena. First off, thank you so much for gracing our show. Such
No
an
problem.
honor to have you with us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Would you like to greet your fans here in the Philippines?
Hey, fans in the Philippines, how y'all doing? You know,
To those who
you
doesn't
know-
know, to those who doesn't know, Sir Keith is the man behind massive hit song "Because of You" back from 2014, and he's currently living here in the Philippines.
yeah, I'm out here doing my thing, producing and writing for new artists. I have a new single coming out on November 26th on Def Jam Philippines, and that song is called "I'm Starting Over." So be on the lookout for that. So that's going to be dropping on November 26th. And
Wow, we're so excited.
I'm also producing another artist under my production company named Rach McCardo, young 18-year-old singer. Her single will be out pretty soon called Heaven to Earth. And that's also with a duet with my friend Mark Nelson, who was in the group called As Yet. And also he was a co-founder of Boys to Men as well. So he did a duet with her on that song. So, and I'm producing a lot of other songs too, a lot of other artists, you know. It's been busy.
Yeah. So, Sir Keith, how long have you been staying in the Philippines, and have you learned to speak Tagalog yet?
Kante lang.
Oh, konti lang.
Kante lang. I've learned a little. Getting the accent down.
Where exactly in the Philippines do you live, sir?
Actually, I live in QC in Eastwood.
Oh, nice. So,
Yeah, but
For how long now?
few years. You know, I'm currently in Tagaytay right now because I'm working on stuff for Kula Desma.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
that's
tell
what I'm
us
doing right now.
about your first trip to the country? What brought you here, and what made you decide to stay and live here?
Wow, you know, I first came out here in 2004, and wow, it was really cool because I didn't know that my music was having any impact out here. And I came out here, and EMI Records at that time, EMI Police approached me about doing a deal. And I said, yeah. and I said, yeah, and that was it. And I just stayed, you know?
Are Filipinos very accommodating?
It's a different, I mean, you got to define the word accommodating. Because I've been out here a long time now, you know, back and forth. So accommodating could be a lot of different things, you know. Talented, yes. I think with any country or any people or culture that you deal with, you have your ups and downs, and people are people. Human nature is human nature. So, you get some of the same quirks here as you get from people in the States. Here is a bigger sense of family here than any other places I've been. But and the music scene is been really big when it was healthy and people were out doing it. A lot of bands, a lot of artists. I've been able to produce and write songs for some of the big artists here, like Kyla, Luke Harris, Jed Medela, Nina, so on and so forth. I've been able to work and produce songs for them, and it's been great. Building relationships with those people and the record labels, and doing my own music as well. So, it's been cool. And since the pandemic, that's forced me to be a little bit more resourceful with what I want to do musically, and been able to design and help create some programs with a friend of mine, Jerry Lozano, for virtual concerts and music distribution. So that's the thing I'm doing now. So I'm able to produce artists and distribute them as well. So I'm glad to be able to create an outlet, for artists that want to be artists,
Yeah. So having said that, having worked with so many artists in the US and the Philippines as well, can you tell the difference between American and Filipino artists? Like, what is it like working with Filipino artists?
Just like working with American artists, except, it's just a different vibe, because Filipino artists are influenced by American artists. They're influenced by the music that my friends have done, and and they grew up listening to friends and family of mine. So it's understandable that the talent would be just as awesome, and and it's been proven. There's some of the most talented people I've ever worked with out here, from bands to artists themselves. I've worked with a lot of different bands and even songwriters and everything. And so the comparison is really, wow, if equal, if not better. You know what I'm saying? It's just that the opportunities here are kind of segregated, so that's what I want to do, is kind of bridge the gap for opportunities for these artists to be heard and find a place in the world doing what they do and moving the culture forward, because everybody has a thing for OPM. And I was just talking to some people about OPM, original Filipino music. And when you look at some of the biggest artists out there that are half Filipino, OPM has moved, and it has bridged the gap. It has expanded in the world. You got artists like her, Gabby Wilson, she's half Filipino. You got artists like Kehlani, half Filipino. Saweetie, who's half Filipino on the rap side of the game. Nicole Scherzinger from Pussycat Dolls.
Dolls,
the culture is out there. The culture is definitely out there, and it's doing its thing. If we take the stigmatism off of the generalization of Filipino or Asian artists versus American artists, and just listen to the music, you'll find that the community is one big gigantic family. And even I tell people about OPM. I mean, there's lots of great songs out there that are written by Filipino artists. Like my boy Kenny Lattimore, his song "For You." For you, I share a lifetime of stability. And that song was written by a Filipino friend of ours we grew up with, named Kenny Lero. Yeah, and that was popularized by Kenny Lattimore, But a friend of ours, Kenny Liram, who's a Filipino songwriter, he wrote the song.
Wow, I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, yeah. He grew up with us in DC. And he wrote that song as a wedding song to his wife. And Kenny sang it, because Kenny Liram didn't sing, he just played keyboards and wrote songs. But the interpretation of the song, Kenny brought it off. So when it came time for Kenny to do his first record, that was definitely one of the songs going on the record, So when people hear that song, you talk about OPM music, that's one of them right there. You can, that's a worldwide love song, Everybody loves that song.
Yeah, I didn't knew.
Is no good alone. Since we become one, we'll make a change. That's a great song.
Yes, it's a great song.
Great song.
I didn't knew a Filipino wrote that song. Wow. So that's trivia for you, our listeners, trivia for us. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sure not all Filipino knows that Filipino can actually write songs for artists in
for
America.
Foreign artists. Yeah.
Write some of the best songs ever. I mean, South Border. Jay Durius is one of my favorite songwriters. That dude is crazy with it, and I mean, it's undeniable. It's great. I mean, the artist that I'm producing now, Rach McCardo, she's only 18 and she co-wrote most of the songs that, I'm producing on her, and she's phenomenal, and it's like, where did you come from? It's some great songwriters out here,
All right, so Sir Keith, let's go back to 2004 and talk about your huge hit Because of You. May we know what or who was your inspiration when you wrote that song?
Well, Because of You came off of my first CD that I did in '95, and so when I wrote the song, I wrote it for a choir. It's actually kind of like an inspirational song. And it wasn't even supposed to be on the record because it was just something I was singing to a camera and just singing it to a mic and piano. And I was playing it, and the engineer in the back was recording me, but I didn't know it because I was singing it to a video, for this choir to learn the song, And then I saw it on the list of songs that were being picked for the record, and I saw that, and I was like, what is this song doing on the record? Because I didn't record this for the album because it had no production value to it. It was just acoustic with a mic. Out of all the songs on that first CD, that's the only one that sounded like a demo because it was just me singing to a piano. And it just took off. That was a song totally by word of mouth that blew up, and since it's more of an inspirational song, I say it had divine intervention in it. It was able to stand the
yes, I agree.
time of all the other songs that were on that record. That one that had no marketing agenda to it blew up. Blew up here, blew up in Indonesia, blew up in Malaysia, it was amazing how big that song had become, with no marketing agenda behind it. So I was able to re-record it a bunch of times. I did an acoustic version, I did a duet version. I have a new duet version that I did maybe a couple of months ago that's getting ready to come out. So y'all gonna hear it again. So it's that song that never ends.
Like personally, I would say Because of You is one of the best love songs I've ever heard. I remember singing the female version or the Kyla version of your song as my audition piece when I joined the competition on television. I used it as my audition piece, and I was lucky enough to qualify as a contender of that show. And well, thanks to your song.
Wow. Yeah, it was surprising when I found out that the song was doing well out here. I was like, really? Because I knew Filipino friends of mine in the States liked it, but I didn't know it trickled over here and it just took off. I didn't know that until I came out here. Yeah.
Such a huge hit. Yeah.
Well, I remember
Yeah.
dedicating
So I'm
it to my
hoping that.
crush that time. Just to my crush.
Yeah, well, are you still with that crush?
Are you still
No.
Now you can play my new song. I'm starting over.
Right.
All right. So
That'll be your backup song then.
yeah. We can't be more
That'll be
excited
the
to hear
backup
your
song.
song once again. So guys, here's Because of You by Mr. Kid Martin.
All right.
Yeah, If ever you wondered if you touch my soul, yes you do. Since I met you, I'm not the same. You bring life to everything I do. Just the way you say hello, with one touch I can't let go. Never thought I'd fall in love with you. Because of you, my life has changed. Thank you for the love and the joy you bring. Because of you, I feel no shame. I'll tell the world it's because of Sometimes I get lonely, and all I've gotta do is think of you. You captured something inside of me. You made all of my dreams come true. It's not enough that you love me for me. You reached inside and touched me internally. I love you best explains how I feel for you. Yeah. Because of you, my life has changed. Thank you for the love and the joy you bring. Because of you, I feel no shame. I'll tell the world it's because of you. The magic in your eyes, true love I can't deny. When you hold me, I just lose control. I want you to know that I'm never letting go. You mean so much to me. I want the world to see it's because of you. Because of you, my life has changed. Thank you for the love and the joy you bring. Because of you, I feel no shame. I'll tell the world it's because of you. My life has changed. Thank you for
Wow, your song just never gets old, and I still feel kilig every time I hear it. Do you know what's the meaning of kilig, sir?
I'm glad, because it's a trip. It's a really trip because I've sang that song at so many weddings, and the content of the song really resonates with people because people can use their own interpretation of the song
Yeah.
or what it means to them. I'm glad of that because the song has a life of its own. So it's like your kids, they're going on off to college and conquer the world. So that song is grown up.
I think it has the feeling that every time you hear because of you. Like for me, every time I hear it, it's like as if the song was written for me, you know?
That's great. That's great. I'm
Yeah.
glad because it has to have something personal to it. I mean, producer Terry Lewis said it best. What comes from the heart reaches the heart. So, when I wrote it, it was coming from the heart. So I'm glad it's reaching hearts.
Yeah.
So that's a great thing. And with all my music that I deal with, I try to write from the heart. And it says something about a time and place in my life that affected me. And with all my music, to know me is to know the music. So, I'm hoping that this new song takes off, really well. I'm starting over. That I wrote out of a broken heart.
Aw.
So there it is, That's
So-
my lethargic, therapeutic song.
So, Sir Keith,
So I
as a
hope it-
producer, what is that you're looking for in an artist to know that this person is going to make it in music business?
First thing I look for is originality,
Mhm.
I like working with artists that want to create their own path and their own identity. So I totally look for originality. I look for raw talent, that can be molded. And I look for the personality, a personality that says, I'm going to do this. This is my passion. This is what I want to do. And I need the help to get it done, Those are the artists I like to work with, Those are the artists I like to groom, to help find their identity and their own sound. So first and foremost is originality. Yeah.
Originality.
Originality.
All right. Yeah. And then back then, music production also meant releasing songs and albums through disc formats, CDs, cassette tapes. And,
Yeah.
with the technology evolving, songs can be heard now on digital platforms like Spotify and social medias. So
Right.
how does it benefit or affect a producer like yourself?
Oh, it's great because, those platforms are available to everyone, and it helps the music get heard and marketed the way it needs to be marketed to a wider range of audience. And the whole digital domain of it is a great avenue. I'm doing a distribution company myself that I'm part of. The technology has made it, I think, since the internet and social media have been prevalent, it's opened up the world to pretty much everyone. So the opportunities for artists to go abroad and be heard in other countries is like at the click of a button,
That's right.
But the thing about this is that artists still have to recognize that this is a business. Music doesn't sell itself. It sells everything but itself. So you still have to put in the work. You have to market it. You have to promote it. You have to put in the day-to-day everyday pushing of the song, you know, especially if you don't have a marketing budget. You know, social media has to be, you know, really something that's used as that tool to push everything. And I suggest artists get their own websites, because, you know, you can get all the consumer data and, you know, the people's emails that you need that buy your music with your website. Because if social media has a meltdown like it did a few weeks ago when Facebook crashed and nobody could get on, you lose that
Yeah.
content. You lose that content and you lose your fan base. But if you have a website and you market that, people can always get to you. You know, you have a domain that you can control. So that's the thing. And understanding your worth in the business, you know, as a songwriter, and understanding publishing and sync licensing, you know, those are the important things to understand on how to get paid in the music business, you know, and understanding the game as it's played today. And right now, marketing music is has shifted to NFTs, non-fungible tokens. So it's in the crypto world. So that's the thing that artists should be getting into very strong: NFTs, non-fungible tokens, because that's where art is being sold, that's how music is being sold, and it's a direct payment to you. You know, you ain't got to wait 3-4 months for it to tally up and get something. It's immediate. And
That's right.
and as far as marketing and promotions, we have a company called skycloudcities.com, and that's a 360-degree virtual reality platform where people can use their phones and get an interactive experience as far as performing, doing shows and everything. And they can do it at home, and they can earn from that as well. You know, you can get sponsorship, you can get food, you know, you can go into different rooms and see other artists and buy their music, and it's a whole interactive experience. So when you get a chance to check that out, skycloudcities.com. And artists can really earn from that at home, you know, create that community where they can buy NFTs, tickets, and you can stream your live shows to your family in other countries, and you can keep it up as long as you want, you know. So we were able to build that type of community so artists can perform. And it's fairly new, so hopefully it'll take off even more too.
Skycloudcities.com. Let's check it out, guys. And also your single coming out. Would you
Single
like to
coming out November 26th on Def Jam Records Philippines, called I'm Starting Over. And the video and the single will be out on that time.
All right. So again, thank you so much for jamming with us. And before we end this chat, would you like to invite our listeners to your social media pages, please?
Yeah, y'all can contact me on Instagram at Keith Martin Music. Hit me on Twitter, Keith Martin 50, and definitely my Facebook, Keith Eric Martin. You'll see me on Facebook, but Instagram, I'm mainly on that a lot. So hit me on the Instagram at Keith Martin Music.
Right. Yep. And again, do check out skycloudcities.com and watch out for his new single coming out really soon.
Yeah, called I'm Starting Over.
I'm Starting Over. All right. So thank you so much again, Sir Keith. We're so honored to have you here on our show. Thank you so much for your time.
And I have new music on Spotify as well. You know, I have 4 songs on that, and also I have the NFT exclusives on songs on that as well. So I'll send you some links on that pretty soon.
Yes, please. We're
Definitely.
so excited to hear more from you. And we'd
Hey,
like to also thank you. Thank you so much for embracing the country and embracing our Filipino artists and supporting OPM.
yes.
Thank you
Let's
so
do
much,
another
Sir Keith.
interview after the single comes out.
Yes, please.
Definitely. Let's do that again.
Thank you so much. All right,
And
so
good
before
luck
we
on
end
your
this,
platform.
yeah,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Before we end this, can we just get a final request from you?
A final
Can
request.
can we take a picture of the three of us?
Yeah. Go ahead, take a picture.
All right. So how's this going to be?
All right, no doubt.
Thank you so much, Sir Keith, and yeah, we hope to jam with you again, or let's do this interview again.
Also, I'm
yeah.
performing. Uh, you're still there?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm performing on the 20th and 21st of this month in Tagaytay at Skyview Bar Resto. So, yeah, come out.
Skyview Bar. Yeah, Skyview Bar Resto on the
20th and 21 November.
20th and 21st. All right. So yeah.
Coming up.
Thank you so much again. Thank you, Sir Keith.
Right.
We won't take any of
Yeah.
your time anymore.
Right.
Really, we can't thank you enough. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Ayan. Thank God na iraos natin yun.
Tulala ka pa din eh.
Oo nga parang medyo parang totoo ba to? Yung talaga nakaka-starstruck alam mo yun. Dati pinapakinggan ko yung kanta niya. Nag-e-emote pa ako para sa crush ko yun eh.
Yan eh.
Nag-e-emote pa ako. Tapos ngayon na-interview ko.
Diba?
Ano yun?
Hindi, tsaka ano niya, ang bait niya, tsaka ang daldal niya, ang sarap niya rin kausap talaga. Diba?
Oo, totoo.
Grabe, hindi rin ako paniwala. Para, siya ba yun? Ito yung boses, ito yung mukha dun sa kanta na naririnig ko na hindi ko alam kung ganun din sa ilang crush o sa ilang jowa ko na dedicate yung kantang yan. Hindi nila alam, pare-pareho kami ng team song, no? Lahat ng jowa ko yun ang team song.
Pagtapos na isang jowa, yun ang team song natin. Siyempre mga
Because
high
of
school,
you,
di ba?
diba? Because of you.
Oo,
Kasi
nung
nga
high
because
school
of you,
uso
my
yan.
life has changed. Pero yun din yung team song namin.
Ilang beses nag-change yung life mo. In fairness naman.
Oo. Diba? Hindi, charot lang. Pero hindi, talaga namang phenomenal yung kantang yan. Sino ba namang di nakakaalam yan? Ilang beses, di ba nga, sabi nga rin ni Sir Keith, ilang beses na niyang nagawa niya ng version na siya din, ilang beses siya nag-remake niyan. May mga duets pa siyang nagawa. Kaya sabi niya, ano sabi niya kanina? It's the song that never ends. And true enough, di ba? Totoo naman. Iconic na yung kantang yan.
Oo, tsaka for sure marami, the more na lumabas na mga singers, mas dadami pa yung version na yan. No? So kasi napaka-iconic talaga ng Because of You. Talagang, yun yung talagang yung time natin na uso pa yung mga team song na ganyan. Tapos MP3 pa, ganyan.
Yes.
Tapos mga ganun. Papaburn mo. Papaburn.
Tsaka ang dami nating na-discover, ang dami nating natutunan din sa kanya. Kagaya na lang na yung For You, isa pang napakagandang love song na ginagamit sa mga weddings. For You ni Kenny Lattimore pala. Pinoy pala yung sumulat nun.
Oh, di ba?
So, OPM pala to, original Filipino music pala yung For You, di ba? Akala mo yun?
Yun nga yung sinasabi natin earlier sa intro, no, na marami tayong mga Pilipino na gumagawa nga ng mga kanta para sa mga foreign country musician natin na hindi natin alam. So, kaya dapat mag-research tayo talaga ng tungkol sa mga Filipino artists natin sa ibang bansa para mas magkaroon tayo ng knowledge, no?
Totoo yan. At ayan, so kaya naman, gaya nga ng sabi ni Sir Keith, supportahan natin yung OPM. Tapos, sabi niya, learn the business sa mga aspiring talents, aspiring musicians. Di ba? Learn to play the game.
Yeah, maganda yung maganda yung niya, advice niya kasi some artists na malalaki na is binibaby nila yung mga young artists natin na pag passion mo, panghawakan mo lang yung passion mo.
Yes.
Pag mahal mo, hindi ka mapapagod. Pero si Sir Keith, ang sinabi niya, learn how to play the game. Kailangan business-minded ka pagdating sa music, hindi puro passion. Kailangan business-minded ka para mag-grow ka as an artist talaga.
Kaya naman, i-visit nyo rin yung skycloudseries.com na nandyan yung parang may app sila or meron silang website na tungkol sa kung paano ka kumita sa business, sa music business. Nandyan yung mga concerts din na na parang virtual reality. So, pwede kang pumunta doon, manood ka ng mga shows at manood ka ng mga artist, ng mga bagong artist na madidiscover mo pa. Support natin yan. And, ayan, excited na tayo. Actually, ngayon, habang pinapakinggan nyo to, nandito na-release na yung kanyang bagong single na I'm Starting Over.
Yes. O, syempre, pag wala na yung crush mo nung sa Because of You, I'm starting over na nga daw, sabi ni Sir Keith.
Oo. Mag-start over ka na kasi iba na eh.
Move on na, dahil di pwedeng ma-stuck sa isa, kailangan mag-move on. Ganun.
So, yeah, just follow Keith Martin Music sa Instagram. Ganun din sa Twitter naman niya is Keith Martin 50. Keith Martin 50 sa Twitter. Tapos sa Facebook naman is Keith Eric Martin. And sa Spotify, Keith Martin Music. Yan. May kita niya dyan. At nandyan din ang kanyang bagong single.
Yes. So guys, magkita-kita tayo ulit sa susunod nating episode. At abangan naman kung sino na naman ang ating mag-guest, no?
Diba? Sana hindi naman tayo mag-nosebleed sa next episode natin.
Oo nga eh. Magbabaon na tayo.
Oo, na-enjoy talaga namin itong episode na to. And I hope kayo din na-enjoy niyo yung episode namin.
See you on our next set, guys. Thank you so much.
See you. Stay safe.
Miki and Meena.
Make sure to follow us on Spotify to not miss one of our episodes.
This is Miki.
And Meena, see you on our next set.